Well, Buntingford Medical Centre, part 2. Today is the 17th of September 2021. How have we fared since part 1? After Dr. Page's visit to Doreen, she's now got 2 new medications. Morphine patch, low dose, 1 per week. Her water retention tablets, she's now got 2 tablets, exactly the same as the first one, but she now has to take 2 a day. There you go. Progress. After 20 months, we've finally got that far. The morphine patches have since been increased from strength 5 to strength 10. Doreen has had the first patch on for over 12 hours, said it's made no difference at all. Nothing seems to ease the pain. On the 6th of September, it's 11:50 and Dr. Page has just phoned. Doreen tells her once again she cannot go another day with the pain. Dr. Page tells Doreen that she's going to try and arrange an appointment for her to see a pain management team, but it wouldn't be for 5 weeks. Doreen snaps at her and tells her she hasn't got 5 days, let alone bloody 5 weeks. Dr. Page replies that with Doreen's problems, it's very difficult to find the cause. There you go. After 20 months, we're now told it's difficult to find the cause. What have they been doing for 20 months? It's apathy. Plain and bloody simple. Doreen's feet are now in a far worse condition to when Dr. Page last saw them. I'll show a photo of when Dr. Page saw them and a new photo which is date stamped for reference, and you can see the terrible state of them. I know that they are worse because of the time they've spent in water. But just ask yourself the question, why would anyone do that to their own feet? It's simple. Given the choice between the unbearable pain or damaging one's feet, then she's chose to damage her feet. And until she's diagnosed and a suitable and effective pain relief is found, then her feet will continue to get worse. 7th of September, Doreen had an appointment to go to hospital, but when the ambulance driver came and saw the state she was in, not just her feet, but physically, and the fact that Doreen cannot put her feet on the floor and can't be without her feet in a bowl of cold water for more than a couple of minutes, they said it's most unwise to even try and undertake the journey. Now that begs a very important question. How on earth is Doreen ever going to be able to get to hospital? She can't put her feet on the floor without collapsing due to the pain. Perhaps Dr. Page can arrange something, but I don't hold my breath. Things are deteriorating day by day, and I really do not know what to do next, hence these videos. I just hope and pray that someone somewhere can come up with an answer and give us a bit of hope. 13th of September. I've sent an email to the doctor with 2 photos included. The first one when Dr. Page saw my wife's feet. The second one dated now. You'll be able to see a huge deterioration. Notice the new sores that have appeared above her ankles on her legs. Her condition grows worse at an alarming rate, and it's now frightening. She needs to be in hospital where she can be helped. Being at home is simply killing her. and there's a real risk of her losing both her feet. They're so terrible. This email that I sent to the doctors was read by a lady called Anna. Now, Anna looked at the photos and was so concerned. She gave it straight to a doctor. Now, I can't remember the gentleman's name. It's a foreign name, and it is not Dr. Hussein. So whoever you are, doctor, thank you very much. He said Doreen had to be admitted to hospital immediately. Anna said I should phone the ambulance service, and I said, look, Anna, I've done this 3 times in the last month and they will not come out. Could you do it? Because if you do it, it will carry more weight than if I do it. She said, all right, leave it with me and I'll see what I can do. 20 minutes later, she phoned back and said that she'd arranged an ambulance and it would arrive in 90 minutes. A bit later, Anna, the lady from the surgery, who I assume is a receptionist, phoned back from her home after she'd gone home from work and asked if the ambulance had arrived because she was so concerned about Doreen. What a nice lady. She's achieved more in 20 minutes than the doctors at the practice have done in 20 months. Thank God there are conscientious people in life who genuinely care and want to help others. 20:45, lady paramedic called and spoke to Doreen and asked lots of questions. It's now 9 o'clock in the evening and we're still waiting for the ambulance to come. 10 to 10, 2 ambulance men arrive. I spend a long time talking to Doreen, but she's devastated, absolutely heartbroken when she hears that they do not carry pain relief apart from paracetamol. She's in tears and terrified of the journey. I've given her 2 tramadol and a couple of other tablets that the ambulance paramedic said she could have. I've put 2 large 9 by 3 by 2 inch ice blocks in polythene bags so that she could put them under her feet while she's in the ambulance. She's in tears when she leaves, and I'm heartbroken for her pain and fear. What a grim day, but I'm extremely grateful to Anna, the receptionist at Buntingford Health Centre, for making it happen. 14th of September, 8:05 in the morning, and a young lady called Carla from Lister Hospital has just phoned. She said that Doreen is comfortable and he's okay. To get on top of her pain over a 5-hour period, they've had to give her ketamine. Ketamine. Now, ketamine is a tranquilizer they use on horses. Now, you weigh that up in your 2 hands. Paracetamol from Buntingford, ketamine from the hospital. These 2 pain medications are the exact extreme ends of the scale. Buntingford Medical Centre think it was fine. Give her paracetamol, that'll cure the pain. Lister have to give her ketamine to get on top of it. That shows you just how bad her pain is and how it's been ignored blatantly by Buntingford Medical Sector. Buntingford Medical Sector. Doreen's troubles, well, we'll just have to sort of wait until I get a call from Lister giving me a bit of better idea of how Doreen's doing. It's 5:25 in the evening, and I get another call from Anna from the surgery, who phoned to ask how Doreen is. Christ, I owe that lady everything. Phone call a little bit later from Sydney, from Lister Hospital, to say that Doreen has been moved over to the burns unit, maybe just for a day, but she doesn't know. It's now the 15th of September, 11:15 in the morning. I've just phoned Lister to see how Doreen is doing. The nice nurse said they were just doing a dressing change and could I call back a bit later. It's now 12:30 and I've just phoned Lister again. Pleasant young lady answered and put me through to the ward where Doreen is. A young man who knew all about Doreen told me that she was back in the real rehab ward later on today, but she's going to have to go surgery tomorrow. I think it was something called a bride, which means removing all the skin on her feet, as they're so bad. He said they're still struggling to keep Doreen's pain in check. A big thumbs up to Lister at this point. I've criticised him in the past for not seeming to be very great on relations. This is a great improvement with the telephone answering skills of the staff. It's 8:30. I've just phoned Lister on an old number of the ward she was originally on. The nurse said that she was comfortable, and that was it for the day. 17th of September. I've had another bad night. Just can't sleep. I roll this way, that way, every half hour, backwards and forwards. Been like this for months and months. I'm getting ready to get up due to the fact I've got a real severe pain in my left hip. When the phone rings, it's Doreen. It's bloody 10 to 5 in the morning. She struggles to talk without crying. She is obviously still terrified. I tried to record the last part of her conversation on the tablet. It's noted as recording 26. But she now agrees that she would have died if she'd stayed home any longer. She's had all the skin removed from both feet. It's an absolute nightmare for her, and I'm desperately sorry. Should never have come to this, but because my care staff have been so slow off the ball, my wife's had to undergo this, having all the skin removed from both feet, because they haven't diagnosed what her problem is. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.